Hi Scorpio, welcome to your mid-month reading for February. I went ahead and pulled your cards so I can meditate on them, the base reading that is. And then we're going to go in and clarify them. Overall, Scorpio, I got the vibe that for the rest of the month, it was more or less about your feelings and family and the relationships that are currently surrounding you and what they mean to you, and just overall how you're feeling regarding them. You're going to be a little bit extra emotional right now, and you might be inclined to act on them because Venus is moving out of Pisces and it's going into Aries, and that's part of your planetary, one of your ruling planets, but that's the side of you that's going to be more aggressive now. So just be careful with the words that you say, that you don't like snap to the point where, you might offend somebody, or you don't listen to your partner or your counterpart or your peer or your coworker, or you hear something bad and you're like, what are you talking about, like that kind of thing. I'm not saying that's who you are or what you do, but Mars will more or less be giving you that extra aggressive nudge. So just watch over it overall. Now for influencing card, I got the Knight of Pentacles, and that's talking about wanting something more stable, grounded, or living the life of the status quo. But from overall, what I heard is like, you're like, that's it, this is my life, am I to park here and just, that's it? Like, really? You're wanting more. So that's the vibe I was getting from this card. The first card that I got, which is pretty much smack dab middle of the month, is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands tells me a few things. You could be dealing with somebody that's younger than you, and female, could be a boy, Sagittarius, younger sister, brother, niece, nephew, something along those lines. More feminine. I feel like a very strong feminine energy. And maybe they're just a little bit much for you, or they're in your business currently. That's for very few of you, but specifically for you guys. For others of you, this is you having a light bulb moment, you having an idea, and you running off with that idea and going into and moving forward with it. And I don't know if that's like you live in an apartment and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, why don't we buy a house? And then you just start looking for houses and you run in to go look for houses. Or, what if we, get a new car because we might be expanding our family? You just have this idea and you run off and you do it. But you do it without consulting your partner or your coworker, your peer, or something along those lines, because, the Knight of Wands is like a spitfire. They have an idea and they just go. And I see you're doing that because the Fool card. You're just jumping right into the abyss and you're like, all right, I'm off. And then the next card is the Emperor. The Emperor tells me you're dealing with an authoritative figure, whether it's your father, your brother, your spouse, or your boss. He's older than you. He could also very well be an Aries, the symbol of the Aries. So this gentleman right here, he's sitting fine. He's definitely the authority. He's the one that's like sitting there and being like, what? I make the boss moves and you're supposed to execute. He's waiting for you to say something so he could tell you checkmate. And that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing he's waiting on you specifically. I guess he's looking at you and your action, Scorpio, what you're going to do. Because the next card is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant, it talks about marriage, community, church, work environment, things like that. And it can also talk about doing something in an orthodox way, a very orthodox way or traditional way. So maybe in this regard, you could be like thinking about getting engaged, thinking about marriage because of this card, this influencing card right here. It's like, to me, it's like as if I'm hearing in my voice, but like, okay, so we live together. When are we going to get married? You want more tradition in your life. You want to do something more traditional. You also want to build some sort of like formality, schedule, something like that to make you feel more at ease. I think this is the kind of borders you like to have, Scorpio, to keep your emotions in check. And then you have the Hangman. The Hangman is you looking at something from a different perspective, or just being stuck, or nothing's moving at the moment. And interestingly enough, where you had this idea and you're like sitting away, you're like, all right, so when are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? When are we going to move? When are we going to buy a house? When are we going to get engaged? When are we going to get married? You know, or if you're single, you're like, when am I going to find my person? When am I going to move out of like my parents' house and move in with my boyfriend, or something like that? And then, like I said, you jump into the abyss, and the card that's right under it is the Hangman. You jump, and then you fall into a tree, and you get stuck. Because now you realize you have to wait on somebody else's decision. You're dealing with the external, not just yourself. You have to deal with somebody else's soul and their 3D level choice. So you're like, all right, I know what I want to do. I made my choice. Now you're just like kind of like pushing your partner a little bit into like, what are they going to do? Because this is why you feel stuck. King of Cups. You got to chill out. Or you could also be, Scorpio, this could be you. If you're a male Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, you could be dealing with another male. If you're the female, you're dealing with another water sign male in your life. And or you need to take these energies where you really need to rein in your emotions. You need to control them, because that's what the King of Cups does. And you more or less are probably going to do that. Because, you're not a page or a knight, you're a king. And I see you doing this. I mean, of course, we're going to go in here and clarify and see what's going on. But yeah, if you're cross-watching, welcome. You could be, I have many things on the table. The Fool, Aries, the Emperor, Aries, the Hierophant, Taurus, the Hangman, Pisces, King of Cups, there you are. And the Knight of Wands. All right, but the Emperor, the Fool, the Hangman, and the Hierophant, all major arcana. So those are like the big deals that are going on, Scorpios. And there's so many of you. You know who you are. So please listen to your moon and your rising, as that is going to clarify or complement this reading. Now, Seven of Pentacles, clarifying the Knight of Wands. You had an idea. And now you're thinking about and investing in whatever that idea is. You're going to wait for the harvest. The Fool. Or you're putting in time with somebody that's that younger male fire sign that I told you, the female or male fire sign that's younger than you. You could be putting in time with them. You could be investing time with that individual as well, because that could also mean that. Investing time with whoever this younger fire sign individual is. Or you investing in the idea that I told you before, you had a light bulb moment and you're off to the races. Sorry guys, it's just too many. Give me 1 second. Sometimes I feel like they pop out like that, so they go back in the deck upside down. Why is the Fool here, please? Because I usually read them upright. Why is the Fool here, please? Thank you. Jeez. Yeah, 5 of Swords in the upright position with the Fool. I want you to understand, this is what is. This is the clarifier. So what do I mean? I mean, you're still going to take a risk and jump into the unknown. You're still going to take that idea and go forward. Whatever it is that you're seeking to do. Whether it's, propose or get married or get engaged. You want to get married somewhere exotic. You're going to go do it. You're like, no one's going to tell me no. I'm going to do it. But the 5 of Swords says you're going to do it, but at a cost of something. It's bittersweet. Something good is going to come out of it, sure. But you'll also lose something too. It's like, for me, the bittersweet card is you being right in a situation and you having an argument with your significant other. But then you have your partner, the cost of it is your partner's turned off now by you. I'm not saying that's what it is, but that's a perfect example. But you're taking this jump, this leap into this idea or this thing that you want to do. It's going to cost you something. Because it'll happen. It'll be bittersweet. You'll win something, but you'll also lose something. Be aware, Scorpio. Forewarned is forearmed. The Emperor. Please clarify the Emperor. Thank you. The Six of Swords with the Emperor. So if this is your partner, your boss, your father, your older brother, this is an older gentleman who's in authority, as we said earlier. But the Six of Swords tells me whoever this person is, you're going to be moving into a better direction. You're going to move out of choppy waters and go into calmer waters. And this person's going to steer you. This person's going to lead you into that direction. So this person is going to help you. And this is more or less why you have the Hierophant in the upright position, because same with this, the Six of Swords. You going in the right direction with this person. You're going, and if this is your partner, your spouse, or even if it's your boss or your coworker or somebody that you're dealing with, whatever this is, working or dealing or whatever it is, when I told you before, that journey that you're going to take right here, the Fool, you're just going to jump in and with this person, even if you're single and you meet this older man, you go for it. You will move into the right direction. Meaning, this is the right path. Why is the Hierophant here? Please clarify the Hierophant for my Scorpio. Jeez. Yeah, it's going to restore balance into your life. You're going to restore balance, whether it's finances in the home, between your marriage. Maybe you had some money loss or something and you were arguing about money, or not having enough of money to buy something or do something along those lines. You will get that money. If you are asking for a promotion from work, from your boss, from the Emperor, you're going to get that. Whatever it is regarding the community that you're in, and you need to balance and restore the health of that said situation, it will come forth. It will balance out. Because look what we had above here. We had you having an idea and putting in an investment in coins. Over here is the community, the marriage, the relationship, the church, the colleagues, the peers, and more coins. Balance. Restoration. For me, that's the restoration card. Sometimes it's also like breadcrumbing. So I don't know for some of you if you're breadcrumbing them or they're breadcrumbing you, because it goes vice versa. And when I mean breadcrumbing, I'm talking about like, I almost feel like you're foreshadowing something that you want, Scorpio. So you're kind of giving like hints, like clues to a heads up. Like, heads up, I want to do this, or heads up, I want to buy a house, or heads up, I want to move, or, I want a new car, or I want more out of this relationship. Like, I want the next level kind of thing. So, let's see. We're, even with work, I'm ready for more, like a higher position or more money. The Hangman. Why is the Hangman here? Why is the Hangman here? Please clarify the Hangman. Thank you. Wow. Kidding? You got the Hierophant again. In the... Maybe some of you are dealing with church and your pastor is this really nice water sign man who's a Pisces. Weird. Or your spouse is a Pisces. Although this, or a Taurus, it's possible, but this is the card of the Pisces, this is Taurus. Either way, the stuck position that I was telling you before, yeah, it's like, it's something that you want to do within the family, and you feel stuck, and you feel like you're waiting on them for the answers, but it's something that you want to do that's traditional and orthodox also. So this is why I keep thinking like you want to get married, or you want something formal, something tradition. If you want to get engaged, you want it to be the formal way. You don't want it to be casual. You want it to mean something. Emotionally, it something to you. It's very interesting. You're trying to see it from a different perspective, though. You are trying to see it from their point of view. But, maybe it's you who wants like to run off and, get eloped and not do the traditional thing because you're in a hurry, Scorpio. It's vice versa. And, they're like, no, I want the traditional thing, so it's something like that. And if you're the single Scorpio, You want this. You want the traditional marriage. You want to, settle down. You want your person. And, your person could be coming in because I see the Emperor for you, single Scorpios. They're like, it could be this older person that's an authoritative figure in your life. Could be your boss. Could be, somebody older than you. Or it could be this water sign. Let's see. King of Cups. Please clarify this King of Cups. It's so weird. I feel like if you're the male Scorpio watching this video, I think this is you. If you're a female Scorpio, I don't think that this is an energy you need to take on. I think this is somebody that you're dealing with. That could be an aid to you, or somebody who has your back, or somebody who's taking care of you kind of thing. Because I got this, because right now I also see the star, which is optimism, and especially if you're single. If you're single, this is a very optimistic card that this individual is coming into your life. This is the start of something new, because this is a very optimistic card. It also talks about, stardom to something new. You looking like a star. So, for example, if you're an actress or something like that, you get offered this role by this person. Something along those lines. It's something very, very amazing. Definitely coming your way. I'm also getting this very Aquarian energy. It's interesting. Meaning that, Scorpios, you guys typically, when it comes to your emotions, you know when to release, and then you also know when to retract. That's the one great thing about you Scorpios. You know when to hold back. And then when you can't anymore, you release. And you release like your stinger. It's over for them. But I digress. This tells me you have your emotions in check. And with this over here, I think what you need to do to figure out what you how to get your way, or to get your partner or the person that you want into your life to be in simpatico with you or to agree with you, that they're telling me you need to chill out, or to do some meditation, or go by the water and look at the water and just chill, and you will figure it out. If you just relax and you meditate, and that's the energies and the vibes that I'm getting for you, Scorpio. I think there's something soothing and relaxing about the water for you guys. Look at her. She's got her one foot in, and that's what's restoring the balance in her life. And this guy's, he's dipping his finger in there in the water, being all the water. I'm going to pull one card from Romance Angels and see what they say. I was going to pull one for abundance, but I almost feel like Scorpios, this is something about family and you personally and your emotions with the family that you have inside. Universe, angels, spirit guides for Team Scorpio. What are the messages for Scorpio? Thank you. Anything else? Okay, thank you. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So some of you just recently met somebody, and now you're going through the honeymoon phase. Some of you are literally going on a honeymoon. And maybe you want to go somewhere, and he wants to go somewhere else, vice versa. Whatever it is, enjoy it. Enjoy the honeymoon. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And that's exactly what this is, what I was just telling you right here. Don't just trust it's all going to work out. Don't be, Scorpios sometimes are like, my shit's been going all right lately. Things have been just too good to be true. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. No, Scorpio, no. It's not going to drop. You deserve this. You've been through some shit in 2018, 2019, from what I suspect, and from the readings that I've been doing for a lot of personal Scorpios. It was a tough time for you guys. And now, the last few months, things have changed for the much, much better. You just need to trust and relax. Meditate. it's all going to be okay. The very optimistic cards. And this is the card going right into March. So I don't want to go further than that. I was tempted before. That's why I was pausing before. I'm like, should I tell? No. We got to leave it at here and see how the energies flow into March, Scorpios. So please like, subscribe. You know the rest, blah, blah, blah. And I'll see you at the end of the month for your March monthlies. Bye, Scorpio.